So I was asked to do a video outside the next time it snowed. So the last time I did this, it didn't show up in the camera very good, but it is snowing. And our area here is supposed to get over 10 inches. And the radar, the forecast says it's not even supposed to be snowing yet. And it's been snowing all morning. It's not supposed to start until noon, so I would imagine it's going to get much worse than this. They did that the other day too. It snowed all morning, and never once did they mention snow in the forecast. So, as you know, I've been making these videos about Doge and Elon Musk and Trump. Not so much about Trump, but mostly about Doge. And I've been pretty excited about what he's doing. And even if he's wrong 90% of the time, I don't care. I said this in a video 2 days ago. I don't care. Shut the government down. It's just at $36 trillion and all the things that we've seen so far from coming from Doge, it's almost not repairable. We just need to shut the whole dang thing down and start over. So, one of my biggest concerns all through my life with Social Security, I spend 15% of my income on Social Security because I'm self-employed. Have done this most of my life. I mean, there's been a few occasions I worked for an employer, but most of my life I worked for myself. So if you work for an employer, you pay 7.5%. Your employer pays the other 7.5%. But then the employer gets to write the 7.5% off on taxes, so it doesn't even really bother him. I mean, spend it one way or another, it's going to get spent. So when you're self-employed, your only option is to pay the entire 15%, and nothing's deductible. I think it's the biggest scam in the world that I got to not only pay the tax, because I don't get to deduct it, I have to pay the entire Social Security amount. Why is it that poor people, or people trying to make a living, or small businesses, has to pay more? And it's never made sense. The billionaires don't have to pay more. The middle class don't have to pay more. It's the people trying to get by. You know, I make a YouTube channel. I make pennies. I don't hardly make any money. And yeah, most of my check seems like it goes straight to taxes. I don't even understand it. So, I don't know. Social Security's always been a thorn in my side because I have to pay so much more than everybody else. And I guess it's, you know, fairness, you know. The brain is actually evolved to think about fairness. You know, one person's getting more steak than you. Well, that's not fair, so you get mad about it. Elon Musk has discovered something just absolutely incredible. Now, we all have heard stories thousands and thousands and thousands of times of dead people getting... Hey, I'm going to interrupt this video real quick and ask you to go to my other channel. There'll be an up next box at the end of this video. That'll take you right over to it. There'll be a link in the description and in the pinned comment below. Appreciate you to go over here and check it out, subscribe. We're going to learn something. And I guess you just kind of assume, well, okay, they've corrected that problem and they're going to, you know, fix it. And you never really heard how many people were actually collecting Social Security that were dead. But Elon has found a lot of things going on here. So he discovered that 20 million people over the age of 100 years old, so about 100 to 150 is what I'm gathering. 20 million people, 100 to 150 years old, are collecting Social Security. And they're identified as still alive. What's so confusing about this is when they compared this to the 2020 census, there are only 80,000. Now think about these numbers when I say them. 80,000 people over 100 years old. But Social Security says there's 20 million people over 100 years old. Now you would think, okay, well maybe there's a goof up on birth dates or something. So, you know, how many, you know, are 110 years old, 105 years old? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. No, we're talking like 2 million at 150 years old, 140 to 150 years old. And every age group, so they did like 100 to 110 was like 1 point something, and 110 to 120 was like 2 point something million. Now, of course, first thing you wonder is, okay, where's the corruption? Well, obviously someone died, and grandpa's still collecting the grandma's Social Security check, you know, whatever. Or maybe the kids are collecting this grandma, you know, mom's Social Security check, whatever. And you think, oh, those jerks, they didn't turn it in. No, it's more nefarious than that. The other thing he discovered is there's more Social Security numbers distributed out to the public than there are people. I think they distributed like 350 million, or I don't know. Let's just call it 350 because I didn't bring the spreadsheet with me, and it's too cold, and I didn't want to have both hands out of my pocket at the same time. So let's say 350 million Social Security numbers have been distributed, but there's only 325 million people in the country. So, you know, 25 million are collecting insurance or Social Security. Well, where's that money going? I mean, we can speculate all day long where it's going, and we know that the cartels distribute Social Security numbers. Well, where do you think they get these Social Security numbers at? They get it from dead people. And they sell these Social Security numbers to people who come north of the border. Well, these people are collecting Social Security. It just never stopped. They just changed the address. You know, who knows what they did? And nobody's checking. I say, immediately write a software program to put a stop to this somehow or another. I don't know the exact details, but I'm sure there are people smarter than me that could figure this out pretty quick. Write some sort of AI program that when you reach, I don't know, 85, 60 years old, or 85, 90 years old or something, that you have to do a verification of the death certificate. Is there a death certificate associated with this Social Security number? You know, how did they get the death certificate off the Social Security number? There's got to be something. Like I said, I don't have the specifics, but some sort of verification that this person is still alive. I mean, to me, I wouldn't even mind sending in a dated photo of myself. And when I retire, every year I send in a dated photo. So, you know, timestamp photo right at the bottom of the picture of myself. Yep, still here. And they just compare it to the previous year. Okay, yeah, it looks like the same guy. You know, he's missing a couple more teeth, got a few more gray hairs, you know, whatever. I wouldn't mind doing that. How hard is that? And then the computer could do the facial recognition of the two pictures. Okay, yeah, the same guy. And if the computer came back and said, whoa, 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 just, you know, do a verification. Maybe that person has to go to the Social Security office that week. I know we're not allowed to, you know, do that, but let's just run Social Security broke. What aggravates me is I watched a video from a guy I didn't even know was still alive this morning. Bill O'Reilly. I mean, he was kicked off Fox News years ago, but he showed up on my feed for some reason. And he was saying that Elon Musk needs to leave Social Security alone. He says Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, all that is too big of a fish to fry. It's going to take years to solve this problem and get everybody arrested that needs to be arrested. And he should just move on to the Department of Education and these other departments and just leave Social Security alone. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, let's just, the one thing that every human in the United States, every retired person in the United States has an entitlement to, let's just forget about that one. It doesn't matter. Let it go broke. No, that's my money. I paid 15% my entire life. I want it back. That's mine. You said it was mine. I want it back. No, it's too big of a fish to fry. Look, we just laid off 6,000 people in the federal government. And I'm happy we did that. But if it's too big of a fish to fry, bring those 6,000 people back, put them in the Social Security Administration with a software program so we can call people and say, hey, what nationality are you? Where'd you come from? How come you're 140 years old? And get this cleared up. I say, just shut it all down. If you're 110 years old, I mean, how many people are actually in the country 110 years old? If you're 110 years old on Social Security, shut it off. They will call and say, hey, where's my Social Security? Oh, okay, you're actually alive. Well, let's talk about this. Send me a picture, you know, with something. But no, that's not the solution that the Congress wants to come up with. No, Congress got a better idea. Trump wants to put in some tax cuts. Well, instead of saying, well, okay, how do we do that so we don't go broke? We can't put in tax cuts and still pay our bills. So what I would suggest Congress do is immediately write a bill to fix Social Security. We know Social Security is broken. Get in there and fix it. That would save us some money in the long run. and all these other programs that are broke. Spend some money to find our money. I mean, if you think about it, we already do it anyways. We have a huge, bloated IRS department getting paid billions of dollars to take money from us. I mean, what kind of sense does that make? I'm going to pay you to take my money. So why not just pay somebody to find money? Oh, there's some money. Pick it up. I'll pay somebody to do that. And it doesn't have to be a long-term job. We don't have to have all that job forever. Just get it cleaned up. Congress has decided what they want to do in order to do tax cuts is reduce the mandatory spending. Well, what's mandatory spending? See, they come up with these words, so you don't really know what it is. But, you know, what they have to do is punish the people, not themselves. They have to punish the people because they want a tax cut. You want a tax cut? Well, you're going to pay for it. You're going to hate what we're going to do. You will never ask for another tax cut again. Now, this is Republicans and Democrats. Well, Republicans mostly. So they want to get rid of or reduce mandatory spending so you can have a tax cut. Okay, what is mandatory spending? Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, Veterans Affairs. All the things the American people want, they're going to cut so you can have a tax cut. No, what Elon is doing, what Trump is doing is the solution. And they're just too corrupt. I was going to say stupid. They're not stupid. They're too corrupt. They don't want you taking their money away. Think about this. 20 million people are dead collecting Social Security. How many of those people have that money being redirected somehow or another? Let's say Grandma Edith died, back in December. Grandpa Edith called in and said, hey, Grandma Edith died. Take her off Social Security. So they take her off Social Security, which they didn't really do. What they did was redirect the funds to some congressman or some bureaucrat. How many of those are collecting Social Security checks from dead people? And I would imagine it's a large number. Why is it every time we demand a change in our country, the only way they can change is by hurting us? My entire life, every time I've heard a president say something, it was like, oh, that's going to suck. Oh, let's hire 80,000 IRS agents so we can audit people who make more than $600 on PayPal. Oh, I don't like that. But all of a sudden, we get a president that says, no, I'm going to save you some money. We're going to try to find some world peace. We're going to do some tax cuts. You're going to love this. And they're like, no, we can't do that. I'm just so tired of politicians. They can't think outside the box. I mean, they're all basically lawyers or doctors. They don't know how to think outside the box. You become a businessman and you start looking at the full picture. Like Elon, like I said, I was a quality/process manager in my company. That's the consulting company. And you always had to find outside the box thinking. I worked for this as consultant for the shelter workshop. And they had a bunch of supervisors out there on the floor, and one of them was a young guy, just a real young guy. But he was so enthusiastic all the time about his job. His family was from Russia. His mom worked there I don't want to get into it, but his mom worked there, and she still had the Russian accent. He didn't. He wasn't born here, let's put it that way. But he was here long enough that he didn't have the accent. But he was just so excited. Well, nobody ever considered him for an important position because he's a young guy. He's probably 21, 22 years old. And I just saw the energy in this guy. So the sales manager needed some help. He wanted to hire an employee to go help him. So, they were looking for, a qualified sales manager, probably $60,000, $90,000 a year. It was going to be expensive to hire somebody like that. Well, then you had this 21-year-old making $20,000 maybe. And I said, why not look at this guy? Why not, maybe give him $25,000 to start training to be a sales manager? So they hired him, and he was so good at it. I mean, he didn't have any nice clothes, so I would imagine he went out to Goodwill and bought some clothes, and the pants were just terribly too tight, and he had a nice shirt and nice pants, but they didn't fit him. And it was just incredible, the energy he put in that. And we started getting sales. I mean, he'd answer the phone all excited, and you know, company name, Valley Industries. And that's the kind of outside of thinking that we need. Not just throw more money at a problem, take money away from people who, no, we don't lower Social Security so we can get a tax break. We figure out what's wrong with government. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video on my other channel. We're going to learn something new. I hope I can inspire you to not get buffaloed so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.